Hello, friends. Thank you for joining me at this moment. I just want to share what the Lord has been sharing with me the last couple of weeks. Got me pretty excited. And as a matter of fact, I'll be doing a series for probably the next 5 to 6 weeks in regard to this area of seeds, revolving around the concept of seeds. And the more I look into it, the more I research about it, the more download God has given me in regards to it. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Seeds are amazing. They're a miracle. And I'll be talking about that and talking about that several concepts in the next, like I said, 5 to 6 weeks. And I'll just like to maybe share a couple with you, what God has given me. And you know, as I'm developing the outline for the series, just want to share a couple of key points. Number one is the idea of what you sow is what you reap. I mean, that's the pretty obvious one. And one of the scriptures that many people hear in church, that if you give, it'll be given back to you, pressed down, shaken up, running over. But most of us hear that in regards to, or in the concept of finances. So if you give, men will give back to you, pressed down, shaken up, running over. And but what the Lord is sharing with me or showing me is that it's not necessarily only finances, that it does apply to financial terms, but also it's anything in our life. What we sow is what we're going to reap, pressed down, shaken up, running over. So if we sow or plant seed of forgiveness, we're going to get forgiveness back, pressed down, shaken up, running over. Whatever it is, if you could be sowing hate, you're going to get back hate. You could sow love, you're going to get back love. So whatever we sow, that seed that we sow is going to blossom and grow into that which we planted. Another concept, or another title, if you will, that I'll be sharing is that a seed reproduces after its own kind. We find that in Genesis. And so, in other words, if I plant an apple seed, it would be foolish for me to anticipate an orange fruit to come out of that seed, because if I plant an apple seed, I'm going to get apples. And that same concept is whatever we sow, we're going to reap that of that kind. Sowing into certain things, but we expect this harvest of return and this great harvest. And let me tell you, what we can expect a harvest based on the amount of what we sow. So some of us want this great, beautiful, incredible harvest, but we haven't sown a great amount of seeds, and there's so many illustrations in the Bible about agriculture and about seeds, about fruits, and so on and so forth. But I don't know about you, but I want to be a person that has fruit that is hanging all over me, that is healthy, that is awesome, that is God-filled, and people can come and enjoy the fruit of the Lord because of what God is producing through me. Now, even in the season of hardship, even in the season of just difficulty, God will produce such fruit. And the Bible talks about how that blesses a man who puts his trust in the Lord. And when you put your trust in the Lord, you're sowing good seed. You're sowing good seed on good ground. When your trust is in the Lord, it produces good fruit, healthy fruit, because it says that your roots will go down and be watered by the streams of water, of living water, that you can experience because your trust is in the Lord, versus where it says, curses the man who puts his trust in man. And when we put our trust in man, there won't be any positive or great fruit coming out of that. If I had a mango seed, however you want to pronounce it, and I planted it here in my backyard, I live in Northern California, do you think that mango tree or that seed is going to grow into a tree and have mangoes on it? I don't think so, because it's not the right condition, it's not the right environment, it's not the right temperature, it's not the right climate. But if I plant that in a tropical area, of course that's going to grow. That's where it grows. It's in the right environment, it's in the right climate. or a walnut seed. What if I planted a walnut seed? Oh, we're going to grow walnuts all day long here in Northern California. I mean, we're going to have tons of walnut trees, walnuts. But if I plant them in tropical, of course that's not going to grow. It's not the right climate. It's not the right condition. And I know, some people will approach me and say, man, why is my life all messed up? And, why am I always going through it and live in bondage all the time? And sometimes we just have to put ourselves in the right environment, the right condition. It's like David, King David, when it said that the kings were out to battle, he decided to stay home. He put himself in the wrong environment. And because of that, so many things happened that was just horrible for him. And his son died, and people died, and so on and so forth because of that. But he put himself in the wrong environment. Whereas if you put yourself in the right environment, if you put yourself around godly people, if you put yourself around people who love the Lord, if you put yourself in the environment of church, then you're putting yourself in a place where the seeds of God, the seeds that God has placed in you are able to erupt, they're able to grow. Whereas if you put yourselves in bad environments or negative environments that are not godly, then it's going to be, pretty much impossible for those seeds to grow or to sprout. God could do anything in anywhere, but I'm just saying general sense, our environment, the places we put ourselves in, the climate is really, really important, and we'll be talking. You see, God has called not only you, but the seed that resides in you. And that's why the enemy is trying to attack you. That's why the enemy is attacking you. That's why he's trying to attack your family, so on and so forth, because he wants to not only destroy you, as according to John 10:10, but he wants to destroy those seeds around you, those that God has entrusted in you. Your vision is a seed, your money is a seed, your children are seeds, your spouse is a seed. I mean, God has called you to, and he's entrusting you these things, and he wants to blow it up, but the devil wants to destroy it. Series about seeds. It's going to be just life-changing. I encourage you to come out 10:30 a.m. in Patterson, California, or watch us online. It starts online about 11:15 a.m. Be just watching for that. We may start at 10:30, and the next couple of weeks are streaming online, but right now it's at about 11:15. So, excuse me, be watching for that. But join us. Give us a shout out. Let us know you're going to join us. Let us know. Come on and say, hey, we'll be there, or I'll be watching, or something. We'll love to have you. And especially if you live in Patterson and you're not going to church, come out. It's life-changing. If you just never been to church, or you don't have any concepts of church, I encourage you to come out for this series, 5 to 6 weeks, and watch what God does, not only in your life, but the life of the sermon. But I encourage you to catch every one of these messages. This is going to be a powerful series. Don't miss it. Hope to see you on our link. Hope to see you in our services. Don't miss it. God bless you. We'll see you.